Rerir Story arc had me locked in the whole dang time. The dialogue was very interesting and the turn of events was so well written. I've seen the division this caused in the community, and I can't blame anyone for taking this story in different ways. If anything, it shows how well written and interesting it was. In my personal opinion, his backstory could be taken in two different ways. One is the romantic tragedy it presents itself to be through the eyes of Rerir, and the other is the showing of how an average guy can fall to what he is now. No, this was not a redemption arc of any kind. Rather, it told the story of how the sinners came to be and is just one example of how these characters may have fallen to the abyss. The sinners have vastly different personalities and origins, and Rerir's situation goes to show how literally anyone, even a guy like him, can be what he is today because of the abyss. On the romantic tragedy side, it felt reminiscent of old classical romance stories, to the extreme of course, where the main characters had eyes only for their own love life situation and didn't care for others or the consequence. A prime example would be Romeo and Juliet. In other words, self-centeredness and selfishness, which is an unfortunately very human trait. Because this arc was presented not only in Rerir's perspective, but also as a player looking in with her own opinions, which Nefer embodies, I think on one side you have people with main character bias, and on the other we have people who digest this backstory without having that bias. The Lindis and Rerir are selfish characters to the core, no doubt. But because they are multifaceted and extremely human, they can be taken in many of different ways, which is why I think there are so many dividing thoughts about them. Writing this time-lapse, I want to go on a tangent and say that I loved almost everything about Act 4 except for Nefer's backstory being shoved in. It missed with the immersion and flow, and I felt like it should have just been a separate character story quest. Thank you guys again for watching to the end. Let's discuss, debate, and share as always our thoughts on the topic. I hope you all have a lovely rest of the day and hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.